All right.
It's been
For
pushed.
show of 2021, y'all. Un, deux, trois.
Welcome to Bards and Nobles.
In the
In
pit.
the pit.
Can't believe we didn't discuss if we were doing that or not.
No.
Never do.
This-
Never will.
This
Also,
is
New
episode
Year,
8
same
of
us.
the Shadow of the Pit Lords campaign. And I am Brian, the Games
Pitmaster.
Master. What?
Pitmaster.
Pitmaster.
The Pitmaster.
Yeah.
Ah.
Is he making
Ooh,
barbecue?
wait. Can we scratch that? I'm Brian, the Pit Lord, and tonight
Ooh.
I'm joined by...
Aaron Williams playing Dagger Claw.
Andrew Danon playing Wraith.
Anthony Boyd playing Eberron.
Charles Nelson playing Necros.
Ralph.
Trey O'Neill playing a changeling.
Nice.
His
And
name is irrelevant.
who is going to catch us up tonight and catch up all our listeners?
I will. It shall be Ralph.
No.
Well, good luck.
Okay, so I think we left off when we had to make the poop serum because we're trying to throw the fight.
Some
And
poop juice.
so, yeah, the poop juice. So Necros and I went out and we did the poop juice. We started getting all the stuff we needed for the poop juice. And then, actually, there was kind of a collaboration effort there. And meanwhile, I think it was Eberron and Wraith. Eberron and Wraith were getting ready for their debut performance. And then it all kind of culminates in the meat market at the, what is that place called again?
The Worm.
Yeah, the Worm. So they're getting their show. They start getting their show on, and we leave off right before their show. Actually, no, their show's actually in progress, and it's kind of sketchy seeming. And then we have finally prepared the poop juice, and it's about to be the fight at the Hook and Hatchet. And then our good old girl Jane Tillman, who I think is looking pretty sexy right now, is looking. I think
Don't
she's a fight girl.
objectify me.
Oh, totally objectified. Jane is trying to deliver the poop potion to our unlucky fighter, Conga. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it. And then meanwhile, Necros, because we're poor, he's the only one who we paid the cover for to get in. But Necros is gambling all our money. I think Daggerclaw is having an existential crisis and rethinking decisions of his life. And I am chilling in the alleyway.
Nice.
What were
Also
the two
rethinking
fighters?
your life.
Conga and what's the other one's name?
Death Fist.
Death Fist.
Death Fist.
And we want Death Fist to win.
Correct. We
Yeah.
need
How much
Death
How
Fist
much
to
did
win.
you bet on him to win?
I
Everything.
wrote that down.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
You took a note? What?
Yeah, that's the only note
a
I've
single
taken.
note.
It's just a single number.
Placed a bet of 4 greens and 11 glitters on Death Fist to win.
Nice. Okay,
Did you pick a round?
so let me flip a coin. All right, we're going to start off at the Worm. On stage, we have Eberron and we have Wraith. In the crowd, not really crowd, it's more of a seated venue, it's tables mostly. We have Daggerclaw, who's at a table by himself, and the rest of the tables, the rest of the patrons seem to be all dressed similarly with bright colored cloaks and clothing, and everyone seems to be seated. And you get the feeling, like you can kind of tell when groups of people kind of know each other. People you're seeing that camaraderie. You're seeing people shake hands and like nod at each other, and it looks like everyone else in here in this crowd knows everyone else, and you can't help but feel out of place.
Like a
Daggerclaw.
creepy country club vibe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I asked you last time, is this like Eyes Wide Shut? And your response was, yeah.
Similar, yeah. Because
Somewhere between Eyes Wide Shut and Midsummer.
yeah, there's definitely a family vibe, but you're not a part of the family.
Gotcha.
um, as the show begins and the first notes are strung, they begin wheeling out silver platters that are covered to each of the tables, and you notice that a waiter has not come by at all your table, but it seems like there's been some type of arrangement already made. It doesn't look like people were taking orders or like they were sitting down at a restaurant. And you just see that like no one has revealed any food yet, but you can see a lot of the other patrons are excitedly chattering with each other and kind of they're kind of paying attention to the music, but it hasn't gripped them and it hasn't really taken all of their attention yet. How is the show going, Eberin and Wraith? Where are we at in this? Are we still in the introduction part?
Well, last time we kind of got past the introduction, and
Okay.
it slowly, started this really light-hearted tale of, Saint Nicholas and all these good deeds, but slowly how the popularity and the greed took hold of him, how he fell into this theme of corruption. So we're kind of like midway down, and it's just turning into just a darker aria.
Have you ended Act 1? I assume it's like a three act.
Yeah, we're midst Act 2 right now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna need you to roll me a. Let's do. I guess this would be like a will challenge roll, and because Wraith is plucking away at those strings, go ahead and give me 2 boons.
I can feel we're in the middle of Act 2, coming up on the darkest hour for the hero.
Gotcha. It's some real hero's journey stuff going on. We're all. He's already answered the call. He's already got his supernatural aid. He's.
I feel the power of all those before me coming to help me jam my ukulele.
11.
11. Nice. You've noticed that like you are. The energy in the venue is kind of staying even keeled. You're not bombing. People are still laughing and enjoying their meals, which at this point have been revealed to be. I think Daggerclaw. You're in the crowd, first one to notice. Eberin and Wraith. It takes a second because you guys are more or less concentrating on the actual performance, but as they lift up some of the covers, they look to be little human, like reddish, glistening, wet humanoid shapes, splayed out on these silver platters, and they're placed before each of the patrons on the different tables, and a couple squeals of joy, kind of high-pitched squeals, come out from some of the patrons, and instead of eating, a lot of them have taken out tools and have just. It looks a lot less culinary and a lot more scientific in the way they're approaching the experiencing of these dishes put before them.
Okay.
Kind of like how I eat my Hot Pockets.
Oh, okay.
Oh. We eat Hot Pockets differently.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely weird and off-putting and unsettling the way they're nonchalantly.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are kind of bobbing their head to the music and just kind of, like I said, nonchalantly going about their business with the stuff on the
Does
table.
the humanoid shape look like a creature that I might recognize?
Go ahead and give me an intellect challenge roll.
It's just a game of operations set down in front of everybody.
That's a big old 0.
Wow.
Wow. You die.
have no idea. You have absolutely no idea what these things are or could be. You're not sure you've ever seen anything.
Looks like a snake.
Either this shape or this size or this color or whatever.
You don't even recognize the color. It's like a new color.
Your
like a
culture
big old
doesn't have
gummy
a
bear.
word for that color. It's like a fuchsia, but it just looks red.
Corporal?
Can't remember if ambergine is like a purple or a green.
So how does the second act of this performance go?
Like first act was real cheery. This one's kind of like it starts off and it starts getting into, because it's still like slightly like a 2 elf musical where it's like a song will stop and then I'll tell a little bit more of the story, and this is getting into Saint Nicholas's fall and how corrupt he becomes, and he slowly becomes desperate to maintain and grow and keep getting that power, getting that popularity, and he starts enslaving them, and so it just becomes like this dark, upbeat song of him running around and snatching up elf families and building his factory, and we're kind of getting to the close of Act 2.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and have Wraith give me a give me a will challenge roll, with 2 boons. You guys are playing off each other, and essentially he's helping.
What's up with the
Daggerclaw? How are you reacting to this right now? Like, what is Daggerclaw doing?
I'm trying to ignore the strangeness and just, listen to the tale of Eberron and sort of, get into the narrative. I'm trying to, like this is very similar to stuff that Daggerclaw has done before, where people sit around and sing songs as stories and stuff. So this is very familiar to him, and he's really getting into the narrative of this corrupt king.
Does this already take into account my musician and entertainer professions?
Yeah,
The
3.
boons.
Go ahead and do 3 boons. I forgot you had a background or a profession of entertainer.
I do. I'm rocking this Imperial Dirge. They're all like, this motherfucker's dark. That would be an 11.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys are keeping the energy up. The crowd seems to be mildly entertained. You haven't pissed anyone off or done anything to draw their attention away from their activities. But we're gonna put that on hold as we
Just
cut
the way
over.
we like it.
As we cut over to the Hook and Hatchet. Some of the preliminary fights have taken place. Let's see. I think Jane Tillman, as 2 fighters are raging on in the ring right now. The camps of both headliners, Conga and Death Fist, have kind of been staying in their back rooms, going through whatever pre-fight preparations. What have you been doing?
Trying to find Conga's
Okay, sure. I mean, it's not hard to find.
Yeah.
The venue's not that big. It's one room. It is pretty crowded. It's got a number of guys in there from some that you saw earlier that day when you guys hunted down Congo over at the Twin Nests. And it's mostly just his entourage and his manager and coach in there.
Okay. So I assume I can walk into the room.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you walk in, they start, some of them start leering, some of them are a little more playful with you and trying to pull you in. It's like, oh, hey, honey, woohoo, entertainment's here.
I go, I'm looking for a Mr. Death Fist. Is this his?
You hear a couple of people like, oh, nah, that loser? Nah, what you want with Death Fist?
Oh, I was supposed to deliver something to him, something he needed pre-fight. It's fine. I'll go find him. Is it on the other side of the venue, or is it?
Give me a. That was actually pretty good. No, so a couple of them just they look around and you see a couple of them kind of look over at Conga, and he like perks up, and he kind of gives one of the guys a nod. And so 2 of the guys, they're immediately they drop the whole like playful lecherous act, and they're just like, no, we can take it to him. We got you. We'll take care of it.
Well, I'm really supposed to give it to him directly. Are you sure you can take care of it? I mean, I don't know.
Give me an intellect challenge roll with 2 boons to try to see how successful this ploy is.
All right.
Pretty good, Trey.
That was clever. That was clever.
I like it.
I forgot how to roll.
We can only concentrate on one thing at a time.
Yeah. I thought my clever ruse would keep me from rolling. Oh wait, hang on. I rolled a 10. Is that good?
Wait,
Did you
you
add
rolled it with a boon?
benefit of your highest boon?
That's 8 plus whatever your int is, I guess.
Yeah. 9. So it's a 9. My intellect is 11. So
So you got plus
Nine.
1.
plus 1. Yeah.
Okay. So you say
I am
no,
a charlatan though. I gotta roll one more boon.
you can you know what, you can do an additional boon. We had a boon for profession from the musicians, so let me see how the
Come
charlatan
on.
out.
10. A 10. That's actually a 10.
So the
now.
total
So you
is-
actually got you a 10. Yay!
Nice. They're like, so the one guy, he gets really close to you. He's like, no, I'm a close friend with Death Fist. I'll make sure he gets whatever it is he needs. You can give it to me. You can just hand it over.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll just give it to you then. And
From now on, all flirting will be done strictly via rolling.
smart, brother. Yes, I as much as I can feign reluctance, I hand the vial over.
Okay, so it's and remind me, it's just a vial, like a glass. Is it clear? What does it look like?
It's a vibrant red, and it is there's like an effervescence to it.
Okay.
An effervescence of shit.
Vibrant,
Yeah.
vibrant red.
And
Of,
then, so he takes it and he's like, wait. Who's this from again? What is?
Oh, look, I'm just the delivery person, but I was supposed to make sure that Death Fist got it, and he had to have it before the fight started.
It's his secret stuff. Like
They're
my secret
like-
stuff.
all right. Yeah. You go along now. And they kind of start pushing you out of the room.
Okay, all right, make sure he gets it. I'll tell him that you were gonna take it to him. Got it. Thank you. And I
All
I'll
right. So as you leave, where do you go? Do you like go back out into the main area or?
I kind of just try to find a crowd,
Mhm.
and
I mean, the venue's pretty crowded, so that's relatively easy. In fact, I think just the first group of people you see coming out from the back hallway, you see Necros. I assume getting a drink or hanging out.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out.
Okay.
I try to walk past a different looking female, like as different appearance as possible, different color hair, like everything, and go ahead and just kind of brush past her, and then change into her, and then move on, so that I don't look like the person that just someone diarrhea fluid. Taco Bell.
Do you just change out there in the middle of the floor? With the crowd in the easily crowded area?
All right, I guess I try to move towards the back of a crowd, where it's not as noticeable, but I assume everyone's kind of looking towards. There's a fight going on now.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So I mean, just strategically position myself to where no one's looking at whether or not someone's hair just changed colors.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an agility challenge roll to get away with changing into someone else in this room with nobody noticing.
Okay.
And I was gonna give you a bane because it is a crowded room, but if you're staying on the outskirts on the back, everyone's looking at the fights. Those will cancel out.
Okay. Okay.
Hopefully he wins, or else Trey will just have to default to his. There's no one to notice. No one will notice if there's no one to notice.
I rolled a 3.
Ooh, yeah. You bump into somebody just to brush past, and you brush past another female.
Yeah.
And as you change, you don't know, like, you miscalculated. One of her legs was actually a little shorter than the other one, which causes you to stumble forward and just kind of bump into a group of patrons who are drinking, and you knock someone's drink out of their hand. And this is your local Buffalo Wild Wings with a fighting pit in it. Someone's already drunk.
So just the Buffalo Wild Wings.
You look, and you bumped into what looks like a green skin, kind of furry, he has an orc snout and like one giant tusk coming out of his mouth, and he's like, "Hey, watch it!" And like he turns around and sees you, and like immediately puts his hand on your shoulder and like grabs your shoulder. What are you doing?
I just put my hands up and go, I'm so sorry, and try to like break free and back away.
Okay, I'm really close to you, and you see this happening.
Necros just turns and says, nope.
Not today.
And I want to say you did recognize when Jane Tillman walked out, because I assumed you guys would be looking out for each other, or looking for each other at least.
You assumed wrong.
We had all met when I was had already assumed.
Yeah, you guys are right outside, so like I feel like you would have seen this transformation. So what do you do anything?
Not at first. I just kind of hang back and see what else happens.
Well, but what at second?
Huh?
But what at second?
We're gonna be 1 for 1, Boyd.
Okay. He grabs Jane Tillman's shoulder, and he's like, "Oh, you owe me another drink." And he shoves you back hard enough to like cause you to stumble backwards and like kind of fall onto your butt.
I stand up and run.
And then I kind of like walk in between Jane and the drunk guys, like not giving away that I know her, but just like making it look like a clumsy accident that I'm in their way, and it kind of gives her.
Everyone's so clumsy tonight.
Yeah.
Give me a will challenge roll. I guess to convince them that you just clutched your way in and not actively. Yeah, to basically convince them that you just clumsily stumbled in the way, and not that you're actively stepping in the way, stopping them from running after her.
All right, let's see.
See.
Because you turn and run, like you bolt, and it takes a second to get used to it, because one of your legs is drastically shorter than the other one.
So I run in a circle.
What did you roll?
I got to take 2 steps with one and 1 with the other.
A 10. You stumble into him, he stumbles into you. You guys kind of get tangled up, and eventually he's just like, "Oh, get off me!" And he like pushes you.
Sorry. It's so crowded in here, man. But like, looks like we're about to see a good ass whooping. So, I'm gonna watch this fight.
He just grumbles. He's like, "Get off of me!" And then he goes back to his table with his boys.
Good save.
So Necros, like, you go back to watching the fight. It looks like the last guy either won or lost or whatever.
One of the two.
There was a winner and a loser.
But sometimes there's a third option.
At this point, people start cheering. People start chanting. They're like, "Death fist, death fist, Death Fist.
Sinead
As-
O'Connor plays over the no.
They lead out a line of guys from the back room. And in the front of all of them is this like blonde-haired, blue-eyed, almost like ivory-skinned giant of a man. Like he's probably like 8 feet tall, and he's massive shoulder. He's like an upside-down triangle shape, and he's just like walking forward. And it looks like his arms are actually, you're not sure if they're covered, like they look like they're covered in like this chiseled stone that articulates, but the way he moves and the way he kind of shrugs his shoulders and like curls his fist, it almost looks like his arms are made of stone. His head is also hilariously undersized compared to the rest of his body.
Small brain.
But he's walking out there and he's got his shirt off and he's wearing these like baggy type pants, and he's got a bright red sash across his waist, and he's led out to where the fighting ring is, and so obviously Conga will be coming out very soon. Ralph, what are you doing outside? Like how's the outside of this this pretty packed venue looking? You know what?
Yeah.
Before you answer that, are you still near the entrance?
Yeah, I'm in an alleyway nearby. Like I can see the place across the road from me.
Okay.
I can see the hook and hatchet.
Jane, did you run? Oh, you know what? He wouldn't even recognize you. Never mind. Yeah.
I did leave, but yeah, I left.
Okay.
I went outside.
So, I mean, people are mostly coming in. Few people have been coming out. What do you do, Ralph? Like, what have you been doing?
Do I see Ralph?
Yeah.
Give me a perception challenge roll.
Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to, but
Sure.
I mean,
He's a robot with a really long
yeah.
sewer rat around his neck.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of hard, but I feel like I don't know.
I mean,
it's kind of
just by
like
chance, do
flashlight
I
in the
see it.
woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just roll perception, just flat.
15.
Oh yeah, sure. You spot him
Oh,
from across
yeah.
the street.
All right.
I'm sitting on the ground in the entrance of the alleyway, chilling
Okay.
with my rat ferret.
You're just diddling your rat ferret in the alleyway.
Yep, that's what I heard.
I leave.
Yeah.
I go somewhere else.
Well, that's why you spot him.
Yeah. There's a small crowd forming around him. Like people get distracted on their way to the fight while they watch a robot make love to a rat. Yeah, I go over to Ralph and I go, Ralph.
Oh, hey. Are you Jane?
Yes, Jane. That's it. Jane, definitely Jane.
I
Come over here. And I like try to I like start motioning him down an alleyway where other people can't see us.
Sure.
All right, I follow him. Follow him.
What size creature is Ralph?
I'm
think
medium
they're all-
sized.
I think
Okay.
they're all one.
Oh, well, one. Okay, all right, yeah. Then I go, all right, Ralph, I need this, and I like touch his face, and then I turn into a Ralph bot.
Can you turn into a robot?
I can turn into. Is he a humanoid?
He's Clockwork are living creatures, I believe. I think they count as living creatures. And also,
Alright.
I feel like I did this before.
I feel like we've done it before, but
Yeah.
now that he raises the question,
It's fine. It's canon.
all right, it's canon. I change it. I become a Ralph. I go. Okay. It's done. We can go now. I don't know where to go. I don't know what we're supposed to do now.
Oh. Well, does this mean we win? What do you mean it's done?
I mean, I passed off the thing to Conga, so you know.
So he's about to get the poops.
I mean, yeah. I hope he drinks it. Yeah, but I passed it off to him. You know.
I kind of feel bad for him, but this is going to be quite a scene. We
Yeah.
should probably check it out.
Should we go in? We should go. We can go in.
I mean,
hey, look, no one knows. No one knows on. Yeah, it's just two robots hanging out with a rat. Let's go.
Well, last I checked, it was kind of expensive, but maybe we can like see it from the outside a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe we can like peep in and maybe get a little bit of a glimpse.
Okay, let's see what's up.
Okay.
Close enough, you might be able to smell it.
Wafting.
We're about to
so
ruin
you guys
this
kind
man's whole
of
career.
like are you trying to look in from the entrance?
Yeah, we're trying to like peek around, because we don't have cover for it, so we're just trying to see. I bet there's other people too that are there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in that little crew that's
There's definitely a crowd forming around outside. Like it's all the smokers are out there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you guys peep in and you can just see barely the top of his head, but you recognize him. It's Conga. He's just kind of bobbing towards the center. The announcer, he's like, in this corner, we have the reigning champion, so-and-so. And then in this corner, and so he introduces both Conga and Death Fist.
It's time.
Let's get ready to... He does the whole bit.
Let's get ready to not be sued for copyright.
And he says the magic word, and he's just like, fight! And immediately they just start tearing into each other, and they're just like, boom, blow for blow. And we're going to cut over to the worm.
That's what everyone wants to see now, musical theater.
Daggerclaw, you look around, and almost everyone's table is now completely covered in red. It's hard to tell what was inside and what was outside compared to how all these things that they're playing with or dealing with or toying with compared to how they started. Now it's just like this unrecognizable mess, and it looks like a lot of them are literally like wrist deep into these things. They've had no qualms about getting their hands messy, and they've literally, it's almost like they're just playing with whatever they were served on their tables.
Have I seen any of them eat?
No. The close one will like take a finger to their tongue and just like taste it just a little bit, and then go back to whatever they're doing, like studying essentially what's like these things.
How many of them are there?
We'll say about a dozen other tables.
Dozens.
Just a dozen.
Oh, a single nut. Okay, good.
With a hard N. Dozen.
So, okay, so I'm seeing all this, and it's this is a little weird, very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How is the story progressing over there, Eberron?
we are into Act 3. The story, we're getting close to the end.
Yeah. Has Saint Nicholas, the corrupted king, been defeated yet?
That's the saddest part of the story, Aaron. He still reigns. To this day. So at the beginning, it was like this. There was a lot of lights and bright colors. There was as far as the set design, and it was like looked like fake white snow was falling. Then the second act, it kind of got a little darker, a little gray. Then it looked like almost like ash was falling. Here, there's just very low light, kind of focused on me and Andrew's character. I don't remember his name. Wraith. Sorry.
Wraith.
And but right there's it's gone from gentle white snow pushing ash to now it's just like raining little drops of crimson, kind of matching the tables and the environment. And it's just turned into this really almost like
the snow's made of blood.
Kind of. It's like this almost like metal ballad where it's just like there is no more hope. We're all like we're enslaved. There's no fighting him. His heart is gone. All that remains is stone. He is no longer Saint Nicholas. He's just the Crimson King who rules with iron claws. and that's how it's ending. And
Go ahead and give
tragic
me.
story.
Go ahead and give me one more will challenge roll as your performance, and this will be with 2 boons.
Andrew?
No. I'm sorry. That's going to be
No, it's
to
for-
Eberin,
Oh shit.
because he's the lead on this one.
Damn.
22.
Nice. Yeah. As it ends,
Wow.
you realize as you're going into this last the crescendo of the story, or the climax rather, you've kind of like pulled people's attention away from their activities at their tables, and people are really enraptured and really engaged with the story, so much so that when you end it, there's a decent round of applause that goes around. A very squishy, wet round of applause is like droplets are kind of
Ew.
flung everywhere, and there's just messy hands.
Oh.
But no, they finish, and it looks like as the song ends, which this song is it's been about a full set, so it's been about an hour, this performance, and it looks like the patrons are beginning to clean up. These towels are these bowls of warm towels are brought around, and people are cleaning their hands, and they begin to get up, and people start saying their goodbyes, and they start to slowly file out, and these messes on the table are still left there, but the crew of the venue are starting to clean up around you. And so we're going to cut over to the Hook and Hatchet, and we are in the middle of the 3rd round. And Necros, you see no sign of Conga slowing down, and it looks like he's gaining the upper hand in this fight. He slowly they came out swinging first round, but by the end of the 3rd round, you can definitely tell he was pulling away. He's hungry, and he's going for that belt. What are you doing?
I'm not sure how long it takes for the stuff to take effect, so I'm worried, but I'm not doing anything yet. I'm just like slowly working my way through the crowd, getting closer to his corner. So maybe I could do something, but I haven't taken any actual action yet.
Okay. I mean, I'm sorry, Ralph and Jane, you guys are outside, and as best as you can, you're watching the fight, but you can kind of tell the same thing. It looks like every time they break up and separate, the small blonde-haired head of Death Fist is just a little bit bloodier, a little bit plumper than Conga's. He doesn't seem to be taking much damage at all.
I look at Jane. I'm like, Jane, did you give it to him?
I mean, I gave it to him. I don't know. I mean, like, he, I told him that it was something for Death Fist, and so like I figured that was enough to make him try it, So.
Oh, dang it!
I don't know. I don't know that he took it. I don't know. I'm trying to get my voice low because we're in a crowd.
Hey, do you think he drank the poison?
I mean, look, man, we did all we could.
Yeah, what's gonna happen if? Screw it. I thought this was stupid anyways, but I mean, they're not gonna try and kill us if he ends up winning, are they?
Now that you mention it, I hope not. But also, I'll probably, I'm just gonna touch somebody else and probably disappear. So,
good luck with your problem.
Yeah, good luck looking like that, looking like this, and I point to myself.
Jane's like, I can find new friends.
Exactly, yeah. I can find new friends.
Apparently, they fall from the sky here. It's yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know. What are we supposed to do? What can we actively do right now?
He's got a lot of body mass. Maybe it's just gonna take a while. Maybe we can keep Death Fist in the fight. How do we keep Death Fist in the fight? I don't know.
I mean, if we were to somehow interrupt,
Clap if you believe.
if we were somehow able to interrupt the fight, maybe
we could delay it long enough for the poop potion to kick in.
I mean, or yeah, that this is an option. This is an option that we have.
Okay, Brian, how is this place lit? Like, what is lighting the building? Is there like a chandelier or something?
Over a boxing match?
Yes.
Or lighting?
Perfect
Lighting
place
of any
for a
sort.
chandelier.
Real quick, Brian, is there a briefcase full of money handcuffed?
I don't know. What do you guys feeling? I'm thinking. I don't know. For some reason, the first thing that came to my mind was glowing stones.
I like it.
Instead of like lanterns or lamps or something like that, I think glowing like soft white glowing stones suspended throughout the area or like attached to posts and stuff like that in lieu of torches.
Good
Yeah, I feel,
stones.
but mostly collected over the ring. Like there's
Yeah.
There's house lighting and then there's stage lighting.
Right.
Yeah, stage lighting.
It's just one giant rock. A boulder, if you will.
dangling from the ceiling from an oddly thin chain.
You look up and you see a glowing steel cage suspended. No cage.
From
but
an
glowing
incredibly thin rope.
Where's OSHA when you need it?
Ain't no ocean.
Is there anything that Rolf, my rat, might be able to eat through? Or no?
That's
That's quite an open-ended question.
I mean, is there
so many things-
chain or is it rope?
Is what
'Cause if
chain?
it's rope, the stones are dangling from.
I go, Ralph, I have an idea.
What are you just gonna like toss the rat or something?
Yes,
Exactly.
that's what we're gonna do.
Well, I mean,
Ralph,
okay,
It's
so
all right to go. I'm like, I'll throw him or something.
there are sconces and stuff, but instead of open flames, there are glowing like stones affixed to them.
Ralph.
Okay, it's probably not gonna work.
No, it's not just like ropes dangling down tied to rocks.
Ralph.
Okay.
I grab his
Yeah,
face.
I turned to Jane. I'm like,
Here's what you need to do. You got to throw Rolf into the ring.
no, we're gonna kill Rolf.
That's a risk we have to take.
No.
Look at me, looking at you, looking like you. This is something we have to do.
But Rolf is just such a nice little guy. Look, if he gets injured,
It's what he wants.
I look at Rolf. Do I think it's what he wants? I don't think it's what he wants. I don't think it's what he wants.
I try my best to influence him to think it's what he wants.
You know what?
I'm gonna roll for Rolf's excitement level here. I'm gonna roll for his excitement level.
It's like
I
a
guess
dog. He doesn't know what's going on, but his tail's wagging like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, over 10, and he's excited. Oh, he's super.
He's
excited.
super excited.
He's ready to go, man. Look,
I feel really nervous about it, but I'm like, all right, little fellow, fly, and I toss him through the window.
Give me an agility challenge roll, and you're trying to toss him into just the middle of the floor.
in the middle of
Yes.
the ring.
In the middle of the ring.
I roll to yeet the rat, please.
This is what you get for pairing me and Jay Brain up.
All right, I'm gonna roll 1d20.
All right, so you're standing
then-
outside of an open window, and you're
I-
trying to
I yeet
throw
him.
the rat ferret into the middle of the fight.
I've got a 13.
A 13. What are you aiming? Where are you aiming to land him?
Like, just in the ring.
Okay, so
Yeah.
fourth round starts. Ding, ding, ding. They come out and they're like they get their rhythm going. They get their distance away from each other. Death Fist throws a jab, but Conga easily slips it, and then very few of the patrons notice it. Obviously, Ralph and Jane do. Necros, I feel like you noticed this. but a rat ferret comes flying through the air and lands on the ground. And you see it kind of like hit the ground and tumble and skitter kind of past Death Fist. And Conga visibly like looks startled for a second. He looks down, which is just enough time for Death Fist to swoop in and just like boom, uppercut from hell right in the chest, like right in the diaphragm of Conga. And as soon as his fist makes impact, this giant stone fist impacts with Conga's center mass. An explosion of ground, shotguns behind him. And the splash zone gets covered.
There's audience members that are streaked.
You guys hear this? Corner. Oh my god, you made your way to his corner. You're there. You get splashed.
Oh.
The entire venue erupts in this disgusted uproar that is so loud that you can hear it over at the Worm. All right, you saw the owner literally on his way to talk to you when you hear the most obnoxious loud roar coming from across the street. Okay, so as
I assume they're like obnoxious Americans and they're like Pitt.
As Conga drops to the ground, he is violent. His insides are violently expelling outward, and he's literally curled up on the ground at the mercy of this potion and at the mercy of his guts. He was a large 9 to 10 foot gorilla. He has a lot of intestines to go through. There is so much, and it's almost like if you could make it past the disgust, because people at this point people are rushing out, people are running out. Death Fist, as much like he tries to raise his hand, but people are pushing past him, and everyone's kind of like leaving, and nobody knows how to react to this. And poor Conga is just on the ground, basically convulsing as
guys, you might have committed murder.
That's your favorite, Trey.
As long as it's not me.
As this carnage is going on, what are all of you doing?
I'm running to like the nearest like water fountain or bathroom to try to wash this shit off.
It's in your mouth. It's in your raccoon wounds.
Oh god!
What?
I'm like grabbing people's beers and just splashing it on myself.
It's oh man, yeah. It's for a brief second there. It was like intermittent fire hose. So outside is just like, yeah. So you're doing what you can to try to like clean it, because tables are being knocked over. People are running out of slipping and falling, but trying to run out of the way. Ralph and Jane, the front entrance is being basically evacuated. What are you guys doing?
I look at Jane in shock, and I'm like, Jane, did we do that?
No, we're good. And I start moving. I like lock arms with Ralph and just start moving with the crowd. Like we're Just...
All right, Eberyn and Deathclaw Wraith. What are you guys doing?
I feel like we're talking to the owner, to get our pay or whatever. It's like, man, that fight must be going really good over there.
That's why I was like, man, I hope they keep. I was like, they come over. Do you want us to do an encore? I mean, we can do another set. I mean, Wraith killed it. I'm like, Eberyn is jazzed. He doesn't give a shit about the fight. I just pulled off this great. I mean, he's on cloud 9.
Yeah.
That was a dope story. I'm glad we got to work together on that.
I'm waiting to talk to Ebron and tell him what I thought of his
Okay.
story
I
of the
mean,
Tyrant King.
the owner, the I feel like, because I didn't see him in the notes, I completely forgot what I wrote down for him, and I don't have my physical notes. But
His
I
name
feel
is
like
Horrit.
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 He was the Danny DeVito shaped one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. I mean, he basically says, no, you guys killed it. If you could come back in here and do that every week, and he gives each of you a silver. He's like, we, like I said, I got work for you. If you guys come back and do that again, that's all I asked for. But it looks like you got a fan, and he kind of thumbs over to Daggerclaw, and he's like, now I gotta go find out what's going on. Thank you guys. Good luck. Be back here this time next week.
Did I get our food at the bar?
Yeah. That's fine. And he's walking away. He's like, yeah. Just walk up. They got you. It's on me. And he walks
Sweet.
out.
I was like, I hold up the silver piece. I'm like, nice, and I like put it in my pocket with my other change. I look at Daggerclaw. I'm like, what'd you think, man?
It was a very riveting story. All peoples should be free, and your story of this Tyrant King really touched me. It ends in tragedy, however, and I hope that one day we can conclude your story with a satisfactory ending.
I mean, that's a fun thought, but if I can never go back there, I'm cool with that.
Well, if you ever seek to overthrow this tyrant, I will be at your aid.
Well, I mean, hey, we have a free meal, you guys. I mean, the other people
All
know
about
to meet
some
us
free
here.
meals.
They know to meet us here at the Worm Afters. I mean, we just eat and wait for the team to show up. It sounds like,
Hell yeah.
I mean, something happened at the fight, so we lay low, eat this meal, and just if you want to, I mean, I can give you. I mean, that was kind of like a flowery version of the story, but if you want to hear the rest of it, I can tell it to you, Daggerclaw.
Absolutely. Let us feast.
And we feast.
Okay. Ralph and Jane.
I actually pull away from Jane, and I actually go back to find my Rolf. See if I can find him in the wreckage.
He drowned in doo-doo, baby.
I follow. I guess we have to find this thing you threw.
I mean, it's easy to get back in because everyone's concerned with getting out. So there's no one stopping you. It's just having to fight against the crowd and the smell.
Oh yeah, I don't mind. I can't smell, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, that's right. You two, both of you right now can't smell anything.
This is.
I'm still disgusted, even though I can't smell it, because I just know what it is.
Oh, I guess all three of you. I forgot. All three of you are clockwork right now. Yeah. So yeah,
Dude, Charles, you would get paid, son.
Yep.
Yeah, you go back in there and give me a perception challenge roll with like 3 Banes. There's been carnage, there's been shit, there's been stampede of people.
Mayhem, bedlam, all sorts of stuff.
As I've been a Ralph for quite some time now, I am now interested in finding this this thing.
All right, we'll do it 2 Banes.
All right.
As you guys are searching.
Okay.
Jeez.
You guys, and you find Necros, who's still in there trying to get as much shit off of him as possible, but staying inside the venue.
And what do your clockwork stats bring that down to, Ralph?
Oh yeah, that brings it down to a what would that be? A -4?
Wow.
He drowned in doo-doo, baby.
No, I mean
So,
at this
you
at
don't
this point
add all the Banes, right?
No.
You add
just the highest one.
The highest
Okay.
one. So you rolled a 4 minus 6, so a -2.
But clockworks have really
-2 because I suck at perception.
clockworks have really shitty stats.
Hey,
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's no luck. At this point it looks like clerics and priests have come in to try to try to do what they can.
I need a rabbi, I need a priest, and I need a gallon of holy water. Stat.
And a city health inspector.
And I mean, and Necros, the bookie that's in there, like this place has been evacuated. The bookie is nowhere to be found.
All right.
Dang.
What are the three of you doing?
Can we?
I
Can
feel
we not
like
just
there's an
take our winnings?
opportunity here. Yeah, exactly.
What's up?
Are we gonna commit some more crimes? Are we gonna make a robot gang? All right.
The secret ingredient to our podcast is crime.
What are we doing? I start looking for things that aren't nailed down.
Jeez.
Do we see the bookie's
I mean,
table?
there was a ledger, and like you assume this place isn't going to disappear overnight, and you could come back. Is what is a suggestion. Like
That's
there's no one else.
But
Like
if there's money lying around,
there's no money lying around. Like why would there be money lying? There's just shit lying around right now.
I don't know how the bookie keeps the money.
Not on the shit floor.
All right, I guess we'll come back later.
All of these gifs of poop are really making me uneasy.
It's gonna be in your cogs for weeks.
At least it's organic.
That's true.
All right, so we leave the crew at the Worm as they're we zoom out as they're kind of having their meal together after a successful night. How are we leaving with the three clockworks?
I guess we claim our reward. I guess. I mean, we did it. Surely we'll get a reward from those guys.
Yeah,
Are they going to pay us something?
We should reconvene with the rest of the group.
Yeah. The Worm. Let's go do that.
Yeah, let's go to the Worm.
Okay.
I do the Worm to the Worm.
I tell Ralph, I'm like, hey Ralph, reach into my pocket and get the ticket.
What? I don't know what he's talking about, but I reach in his pocket anyways.
For the bet.
Oh, yeah. Why are you not reaching into your pocket? What's going on?
He's got shit on his hands.
My clothes are ruined and stuff.
Did you think he was a bronze robot? I mean, look at him. He's more shit than machine now.
I happen to have some shit on my hands from rummaging through the shit to find my
I get the
rat.
ticket. Let's go.
So,
I get the ticket.
So I stick it in there anyways. And now there's some poop on the ticket as well.
So the three of you
grab our shit ticket and we go to the Worm.
The three of you walk into the Worm, which at this point is just the stage is empty. There's a couple other patrons, but you instantly see your three compatriots, and you guys look over, and you see Ralph, you see Necros, and you see a second Ralph. And you see Necros a little brown around the edges, a little brown in the creases.
Do we smell him before we see him?
Oh, absolutely, you smell them before you see him.
Oh,
and I assume you see the second Ralph with like this shit-stained paper or like a papyrus ticket of some kind just in his hand.
Yeah. I was like, whichever one of you is that. There's a shower in the dress room, please. Go.
Are there spare clothes up there too?
Yes, there's costumes.
All right.
But do something.
I go up there and I shower and I like throw away those clothes and get a new costume.
There is only Christmas themed costumes.
I was gonna say. Do you look like Buddy the Elf right now?
I look like Santa.
There's a Santa one. All right, yeah.
Oh.
There's a Santa one, but it's like real, like demented and like Tim Burton-esque Santa.
It's just
We're gonna say
it's
as
just
the rest of you guys are sharing notes on how the events transpired, and you put together the steps for your next, put together a plan for the next few steps that you guys are gonna take together. Coming from out of the back room, you see Necros in his Santa outfit. He's just this silver robot in a Santa outfit. And then that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Hey,
Nice.
what a return for 2021, y'all.
Not the shitstorm I was expecting, but one I'll welcome.
But the shitstorm you deserved.
Oh, that dog one is gross.
So,
Dude,
we're
it's so
at,
bad, dude.
we're looking at pics of shit.
Because
guys.
I know that
we still have a
one's real.
podcast.
If you want to look at our GIF shits, come on and join our Discord.
No one knows what you say
Tell them how they
like
can do that, Andrew.
Yeah, well, before we tell people how to do that, we should thank our patrons. A big shout out to our patrons. Thank you for your continued support, and we'd especially like to call out Casey Smith, Cheryl Maplefish, Chris Freeling, James Trevor, Junior McBabyface, Kayla Light, Max Ciccolini, Tarkin Davis, and Zophar Petty. Thank you guys for your continued, higher level support of our shenanigans. If you'd like to join the ranks for our patrons, go to patreon.barsnobles.com. $2 gets you into the Discord server, as Trey was mentioning earlier, where you can see our shitty GIFs and chat with us and other listeners.
Our Giphy shits.
And our Giphy shits.
Also, shout out to Junior McBabyface for sending us the gifts over the holidays. We really appreciate it. He sent us the gift of alcohol, which we always appreciate.
Thank you so much.
If you want to send us a gift, we do have a P.O. box. It's listed in all of our episode titles, so you can go there and check it out. I do want to give a shout out to our fan mail sent to us on our Instagram page, X_Sasha_sushi_X. I love your podcast. I've had so many laughs and sometimes even tears. Y'all make anything I'm doing enjoyable. Thank you guys for everything. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for listening. And
All right.
Finn.